told us moments ago, quote, "We've had enough. We're not going to negotiate." Madam President, I find that quite remarkable because to date, it has been the House of Representatives that has been negotiating, that has been compromising, that has been trying to find a way to resolve this so that we can keep the government running and at the same time answer the millions of Americans who have been hurting. And the answer from the Majority Leader over and over again has been no, 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 we will not compromise, we will not talk. And as the Majority Leader said, he hadn't compromised yet, and he doesn't intend even to negotiate. Madam President, that's unfortunate.
Will the Senator yield for a question?
I would be happy to yield to my friend from Texas for a question.
The Senator has described accurately the back and forth between the absolutist position that the Majority Leader has taken that says nothing can change Obamacare because apparently he thinks it's absolutely perfect and we shouldn't change a letter, even though, as you pointed out, a number of Obamacare's biggest advocates are now coming back and saying it's a nightmare. I think you quoted Jimmy Hoffa for one of those. But is the Senator aware that reportedly the House is going to be voting later on today and be changing once again the continuing resolution and sending it back over here? This time the report is that they will vote to delay the individual mandate to make it match, as the Senator pointed out, the employer mandate's already been unilaterally delayed by the President in an act of lawlessness. Unfortunately, it's not an isolated event. And then the bitter language, which will overturn the Office of Personnel Management interpretation, which basically carves out Congress and congressional staff from the law that will apply to everyone else. It strikes me that that is another attempt by the House to enter into some negotiation. Would the Senator care to venture a guess as to what sort of fate that good faith attempt by the House to keep negotiations open, what that will lead to, and whether or not I'd be interested in the Senator's observation about whether he believes, as I do, that Senator Reid is marching toward a government shutdown, and nothing the House does, nothing the House passes will deter him from shutting down the federal government at midnight tonight.
I thank my friend, the senior senator from Texas. I think he is exactly right. Indeed, the conduct of the Majority Leader, it's been recently reported in the press that the Majority Leader advised President Obama, do not even engage in conversations or negotiations with congressional leaders. And as the senior senator from Texas observed, the House is repeatedly trying to solve this problem, to keep the government funding, and to do it in a way that responds to the millions of American people who are hurting under Obamacare. And the answer from the Majority Leader over and over and over again has simply been no, we will not talk, we will not negotiate, we will not compromise, we will not listen to the American people. I'm reminded of the old philosophical question, if a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear, does it make a noise? Likewise, if the House endeavors to compromise responsibly and the Majority Leader and the President refuse to participate at all, can you solve the problem? Ultimately, the only way to solve the problem is for Washington to listen to the people. If Majority Leader Reid insists on forcing a government shutdown, then we may face a government shutdown. I think that is an irresponsible course of action. If the House of Representatives asks tonight, I believe this Senate should come back immediately and pass the continuing resolution, whatever the House passes. I don't know what it will be, but it will be yet another good faith effort to keep the government running and to address the train wreck of a law that is Obamacare. And I very much hope that this body